everyone, it's Kara, and I got these two items a while ago. I showed them on some previous haul videos, and I wanted to show you today how I was going to use them, the reason I basically got them. This is Dreamweaver translucent embossing paste. I got it, I ordered it online at Susanna's Custom Art and Card Design. And then this is a stencil, one of two that I picked up when I was in Seattle on my little mini vacation with my hubby. And I wanted to show you how I was going to go about using these. There's actually some good videos on Susanna's Custom Art and Card Design website that shows you how to use these. So I'm going to show you what I did. I'm going to show you how I used them, and then I'll show you a couple cards I made with them. And then I will probably be back in the future with some more videos because I have some more ideas on how to try out this embossing paste. So the cards I'll show you later actually use this stencil, but I'm going to use this other one that I got, which is a branch one. I taped down the cardstock base underneath it. And the cardstock I'm using on this one is by Paper Tray Ink. It's Enchanted Evening. This is just the tape from the Smashbook, the Kane Company Smashbook. I use that because it'll peel off the paper without hurting the paper or the stencil. And I wanted to have this in place so it doesn't slide around, which you'll see why in just a minute. And then I put it on, I use graph paper quite a bit just because it helps me line up things, so it's very straight when I do it. You'll need, if you want to do this technique, you'll obviously need the paste, and there is different colors. This is translucent, and there's a reason why I got the translucent one, but they also have metallic silver, metallic copper, pearlescent, matte black, glossy white, quite a variety. And it's pretty good size, and I think it is about $10. This actually, the translucent's $9 and the other kinds are $10. So you'll also need some sort of tool. This is actually just an old utensil from the kitchen that I never use, like a cheese knife or a butter knife or something. Basically, you want something similar to what you'd use to spread frosting on a cake, because that's kind of what you're going to be doing. And hopefully this will turn out while I'm doing it on video. If not, you'll get to see what not to do, and you'll see some of the results that I have that actually did turn out. So this is what it looks like. It's white while it's in there, and you just take some out with that utensil, and it should probably be metal, and you're just going to start spreading it out. And I'm obviously going to do it a little bit more quickly than I would if it were just me. Anyway, you're going to start spreading it out to cover all the surfaces that you want it to cover. And you want a pretty thin layer for what we're doing. So I'm trying to make it kind of go a little further. The card base underneath here, like I said, is that Paper Tray Ink paper, and it is a 5x5 card base. You can actually do probably up to about a 6x6 with these, and I believe these come in larger sizes as well, which I have to tell you, I really like this technique. I'm not being as careful this time around just because I want to get it on the video, but it looks really neat when it's done. And I think on a full size, like 12x12 page, as a background to a scrapbooking layout or something, it would just be wonderful. I mean, along with all the other ways that you can create your own backgrounds, this would be a really cool one to do. You can see I'm just kind of trying to spread it out. Now normally I would be really a lot more careful and trying not to get it too far over the edges, because you can kind of almost glue your card together if it gets, to that bottom layer. And now I'm just trying to scrape off some of the extra. And you want to be really careful when you're doing this, because obviously that's a stencil underneath there. It's plastic. and you could conceivably snag it with your, well, kind of like I just did there with your tool. I'm gonna just try, put just a little bit more back there. Okay, so that's pretty smooth. Now you can leave it just like this and let it dry. And it takes, depending on how thick the coat is that you put on there, takes about, they say about an hour. Mine took more like 2. But what I want to do for this technique is actually take some Martha Stewart, sorry about that, glitter. This is Crystal Fine and it's in a white. And I am going to just pour it all over. All over the stencil. And you want to put it on there, you know, pretty good. And you're going to shake off the excess, and whatever doesn't stick, you know, you can put back in there. But you really want to cover it pretty well. The idea behind this, using this with the white for me, was because right now here in Alaska it's pretty snowy, and you know our trees are covered with snow, so I thought this might give the same effect. So now I'm going to move it, get another piece of scratch paper, and very gently kind of try and get as much of the excess off as I can. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Put that back in the bottle in a little bit. Now, here comes the good part. I'm going to peel up the tape, which should normally come off pretty easily. And normally I only use 2 pieces, but I really didn't want this one to slide around since I was doing it on camera. So I put on 4 for the stencil. But you can see it comes up pretty easily as I rip the tape. Sorry about my arm being in the way. One more piece, come on. Okay, so those are all done. And then you just very carefully lift up the stencil from the card, like so. And you're left with that, which looks pretty cool. And will dry, and then when it dries, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's some extra little glitter that I kind of tapped on there from the stencil when I moved it. Now you can see on the edges what I was talking about when I said that I wanted to be careful about how much I put on here. And actually I put this tape in a bad spot, but it's not so bad. Okay. You can see kind of on the top here, let's see if I can get this up. Hang on one second, guys. Hopefully I won't ruin this card as I do this. Okay. And of course I told you that this tape would rip, and it kind of did just a little bit. Anyway, you can see kind of up at the top there, maybe if I put my hand in the background, how it's up over the edges a little bit. That's what I was saying, that normally I'd be a little bit more careful. This time I'm just going to kind of wipe it down before it dries and take care of it, but there's a closer look. Okay, and let me show you the projects that I actually have finished. Let me get this out of the way. Just fold this over and have some place to sit that down. Okay, and then the cards that I did, I'll also post on my blog, ladyandhercrafts.blogspot.com. I wanted to show you, if you don't put any glitter or anything on it, Hopefully you can pick this up. This is what it looks like when it's translucent. And this is on a, I can't remember the name. I think it's Outdoor Denim cardstock from Close to My Heart. And it's a thinner cardstock. So this will, when it dried, it was a little bit kind of almost, I don't know if you want to call it wrinkly, but you know when you put something wet on paper. So I flattened it under some heavy books and magazines. But anyway, that's the effect you get when you don't put anything on it. And it's pretty cool, and I will use it for a card. Here is the effect of that same stencil with the same glitter I used for the tree when it dries. Isn't that just gorgeous? Loved it. Beautiful. And this is on a black background. And then I just did a simple, this is a memory box paper and paper tray ink stamps and die cut. But I just thought with that background, I didn't want to cover much of it up. And then I went ahead and I used on another example these micro beads from Martha Stewart, which I got months ago on clearance at Michael's. And I made this one. Loved it. Isn't that beautiful? Again, all the paper is paper tray ink, the stamp and the label and the die cuts and all that. And I kept the cards really simple just because the background's so beautiful. So, I think, anyway. Anyhow, that is the technique. Again, you just need to get some stencils. They do sell these Crafter Workshop stencils on Susanna's Art and Card Design. And they also, the Dreamweaver brand also has some stencils that they make. I just happened to watch one of the videos that Suzanne Dean had done, which is also on that website, Susanna's Custom Art and Card Design, and she uses these kind. So that's why when I was on vacation I saw them. And basically when you're done with the stencil, you just go and wash it off real well and do it, you know, relatively quickly so it doesn't have time to dry. And you can use it over and over again for other things. So hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I have a few more ideas for using this embossing paste, and I may try some of the other colors, and when I do, I will make some videos and show you guys how that worked out. I hope you liked it, and let me know if you have any questions. Have a good evening or good day wherever you're at. Bye.